welcome back to the left side of reality. This is your host, as always, Snow the First. The last time, we made a crack at Bina, but failed at the last inch, because we just lacked the damage for it. This time, the same thing again. Honestly, if there's any day where it would take a third stream, it would be this one, but I would rather it not come down to it. But yeah. Ooh boy, time for me to not remember anything I did. Well, the advantage is that unlike last time, I actually have something of an idea of what I'm doing. Okay. Misona has Sound of Star for reasons that'll be apparent later. Other than that, sigh. If there's some kind of magic formula that could make kids listen to you, I'd really like to know what it is. I'm gonna give this to Tatiana nice and early. I feel like we had been in the middle of... Oh right, we never discussed the upcoming intervalos for Limbus Company. Do you remember what those are, so we can start the conversation on them? Okay, then to summarize, the first one is about basically the immediate aftermath of the House of Spiders of Canto 9, where apparently one of the fingers makes a move to reclaim what the House of Spiders has been working towards, which is probably Ariashiki. And the other thing... Wait, is Dia the one I want to put down there? If Old Faith and Promise melts down, I want a weapon that it can be easily discarded. That I wouldn't care that much about losing. You have Justita. I would definitely care about that. Losing a green stem wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But anyway, yeah. The first intervalo is going to focus on Kira. It's going to focus on one of the fingers trying to reclaim what all four fingers work towards this whole time. And apparently it's also going to focus on studying St. Clair now that his sign is activating, and visiting Gregor to see how he's recovering. As for the second one, that's actually a smidge more that's actually interesting in its own way. What a way to botch that. It's gonna be about the LCD escorting Limbus Company on their way to Encore for Merceau's Canto, and they quite prominently advertise the fact that bamboo-hatted Kim really will be involved this time, after people were disappointed in the fact that they didn't show up last time during the Canto itself. It's like, here's your darn bamboo-hatted Kim. Which actually leads to Canto, the new Canto itself, 11, which, or is it 10 at this point? The new Canto, which has officially been confirmed to involve Merceau and Encore. It's going to take place in Encore. And anything beyond that, we'll just have to wait and see. Why am I still in energy collecting mode? I guess out of pure force of habit. And besides, it's not like it can hurt. I still can't get over that name. Glasses Raccoon. Anyways. I feel like this is the format of intervalos I prefer, where it's like actually filling in blanks, the blanks that surround the canto. Although it's not always successful, because Nocturnal Sweeping was had the job of filling in blanks, and I felt like it just kind of did a not that interesting job of doing it. Alright, LCB Checkup and Nocturnal Sweeping are back. Good question. People have always been joking about when a Ricardo ID will show up. Honestly, if there were any time to do it, it would now. Unless they plan to do something else with Ricardo later. aside from Ricardo, I genuinely can't think of anyone else that would get an ID is the thing. Because I don't think it's gonna be sweepers. Because the Marceau Show, yeah, good point. Okay, what's melting down? That's melting down. Gabriella, just to be absolutely safe. I think I saw that for Nocturnal Sweeping it was gonna be ID, Ego, Announcer. Although, if I'm right, then what ego would they have for Nocturnal Sweeping? Hmm. Fun fact, I usually start a half an hour later than this. That's an Aleph, though, and I don't think they would give us an Aleph ego unless it's some kind of, like, capstone ego. Before now, Project Moon up until now has done the very smart move of making ego relic Alephs few and far between. Because it's like, you want Aleph to feel special, to feel like the apex of the world. I still can't believe this ego gift. We're approaching the dawn, and that makes me nervous. It always throws me off when I need to not pause again. Maybe I need to When you look at the post, that's the thing. Was it a like post instead? Because I swear I saved the post that was I don't remember liking this. I can't find the timeline. That's annoying. Because now I want to make sure I'm not spreading misinformation. Also, Big Bird has returned to its cell. So before I do that, I'm actually going to briefly blow my nose. Also, I just remembered that, hang on, a couple things. First of all, the master volume and music volume are still low. Don't know why game audio would be drowning me out. Maybe the mic's not close enough. And second of all, I just realized that we need to make our usual fixer kill teams. Everyone except Angel is a red fixer. It's the entire reason why I had put the hammers up here. Red fixer is over here. It's stuff like this that takes up the most time. Just because of the logistics of grouping everyone together and then rejiggering them after. You are a black fixer killer. I hope I'm not being a bit too braggy, but I feel like by now I can take care of the fixers in normal circumstances except white. Except, as always, it comes with a caveat of without pausing. I am not burning a precious pause this early. You're black fixer. Black. Or did I get that wrong, actually? Don't tell me I'm getting mixed up this early into things. If I'm getting mixed up this early now, I'm gonna be in deeper trouble when, there's actually a problem. You're red fixer, not black. Now I have to wait for you to go all the way to the other side. Although this stream is apparently cursed anyways. Hang on. Ugh. I thought I'd be able to make good time now that I'm starting early, but my stomach decided it hates me today. I think it's settled down now. It was just temporary distress, but still. It's kind of like, really? Of all days you decided to do this, it was today? Incidentally, in case you were thinking it, Emilia's getting her blessing once it's finally go time for Bina, and not before that. Just in case I need her to work on something earlier. The thing that makes the punishment really obnoxious from from Hakama is that it's cumulative. Like, it's not just that you get punished, it's that every time you do it again, you get punished more. Ideally, there will be exactly two pauses. The first one to at the beginning of Bina, and the second. You know, if we wanted to go that work, then there would be 2 points where it would be smart to burn meltdown, to burn a pause. The first would be the first would be when the pale dusk shows up, since that's every fixer plus white, and the second would be when the claw shows up. Hypothetically speaking, I would rather do this the Vina way because it takes less time. I mean, it still takes a lot of time, but it takes less. Okay, I'm not sure what else to do, so Punishing Bird, go. Wouldn't Bina vanish after a certain point, or does she persist the entire time? Okay, keep an eye for that telltale red. It's White Fixer. That could be a problem. Lamarcus, go. For the time being. And I believe Misona's one of the designated peoples for taking care of her. Ow. On second thought, move over here so you can recover SP. Oh, that's immune. You don't have a pale weapon. Silly me. Why did I think that was a good idea? You know what? This may just be a reset. Because White Fixer first, that's just the worst. Why did you not stay and attack? Oh, Mountain of Smiling Bodies is back in their cage. Oh, so they are. God damn it. Sigh. I feel like that specific strategy does not work on White Fixer, though, because of the whole reflection thing. Great, now I have to do all that over again. Well, if we were to take one good thing from all that, it's that we saw that, even though I shuffled the weapons around, Extraction is still good at putting down Mountain of Smiling Bodies ASAP. So that's something to keep in mind as we go along. Okay, new question. How to deal with White Fixer? Especially if it's gonna go and do things like that. honestly, the very best place for White Fixer to spawn is the very top and the very bottom. Okay, then should we be wiping out 2 departments per cycle? Really, the problem is that once again, we can only do so much to prepare. The real issue, though, is that we can't control where it spawns. We could wipe out clerks in a large chunk of the building, and then the game will make it so that the fixer spawns in the one area that still has clerks. Yeesh. Yeah, and we don't know which fixer we'll get. That white fixer encounter might have been unsalvageable anyways, just because of when it decided to do the arc laser. But once again, it's about the not being able to pause. If I could pause, I could kill clerks that are close to the white fixer faster. But it feels like I barely have enough time to react to what the white fixer is doing before it's already done it. I did want to do that, and in fact I was about to, but that was when it did the arc laser. What's the benefit for... Never mind. I'm gonna do safety next no matter what. And then... Really, I'm probably wiping out the upper department first. Minus extraction. Yeah, I might save records for as long as I am feasibly able. Well, at the very least, the prep time was a lot less time-consuming. Just gotta do all the works now. And I already have a clear pattern of what I want to do. losing control early isn't the best, but I want to keep meltdown timers as long as possible, and I want to keep attack speed for as long as possible. So that's just how it goes. Ego defense is valuable, but I kind of feel like the main thing about this is to kill the opponents ASAP. What? Huh? Why the huh? Really? That's enough? She will be fielded, so that's good to know. Or maybe not, since the idea is that Bina's gonna be dead before she does any attack. Are you, are you sure you're talking about Melendez? Because that's only a plus 10 booster. It would be 95. Hopefully in the long run this first failure won't be too bad. Because it's taking a lot less time to get to the place we just were. God, that feeling when you want how to disable ordeals you want a how to disable ordeals mod, because god, this is obnoxious. That would break the rules I've been dealing with more or less before up until this point, but if that wouldn't be tempting. Okay, well, burrowing heaven. Not a big deal, just have to sit on this screen until it's finished. Okay, now to do that again. Oh, but kill more clerks first. So that it's gonna be control and training. Feel like the best ones to do now. Not gonna be a big fan of losing the losing speed, but need as few agents as possible that can be munched on by the fixers. Still want the prudence for a little longer. Temperaments, yeah. I'm getting so good at assigning works. Where did you say we're the best place to put giant death balls for the fixers? So are you saying here on the other side, and is it this middle bit? Okay, so around, okay. Bottom or top? Basically, I'm going to do the death ball method just because I'm that desperate to get through the dawn. If the noon is on the same as Bina or after, then it won't matter. Wait. If the noon is on Bina or after her, then anything else won't matter. If it's before Bina, then we'll just do the same thing again and hope it works. Hmm. I guess it's not that Don Quixote isn't thoughtful. It's just that her way of showing thoughtfulness only makes sense to her. Like, very famously, she beat the shit out of Sinclair, but she only did that because apparently people did that to her to snap her out of rages. Oh, and by the by, people are wondering if a story rewrite happened at some point, because that's one of the things that actually made less sense once her canto was said and done. Oh, I'm missing these two down here. Was the backer in charge of the stats for the equipment, or was that Project Moon? I do wonder that. Okay, go time. Upper layer over here. Eastern half of middle over here. Western half of middle over here. I am actually not sure what to do with architecture, because it's filled with nothing but hod newbies except for Galena. For now, they can stay where they are. Alright. I wish I could speed up the process of them walking, but I can't, because Hakma. This is what I mean. If a red fixer did spawn down here, then they could grab any of these departments with a laser. Or at least, I think it's rough about here if they spawn in architecture. I could keep killing clerks if I really wanted. For now, I'll keep it as it is and have one of the upper layer people work on the bird. Or one of the architecture people work on bird. Okay, get ready to look for red. Up. It's Red Fixer. That's actually kind of okay. Too late on that execution bullet. Someone died. Oh my god, we may not actually even get Peppina at this rate. Are you able to ban that, or are you not actually a mod here? I don't actually know. Why did I get mod privileges, but you didn't? Oh, you did. Can I give it to you now? I can. I made a snap judgment because it was already killing clerks, and it's like, I gotta hurry up before they do. I forgot completely about needing to put shields. Okay. I need to take a deep breath and recenter myself, because if I get too worked up, then I'm gonna do even worse. And this is gonna go into a third week. And that is the one thing I want to avoid more than anything else. It's not even that lack of pausing is even all that threatening on the face of it. It's just the mental pressure that it adds. Why are you just sitting in an elevator? Where did I sign you? I must have accidentally did it wrong. Ah, yeah, it's the old, elevator cheat trick. Melendez. Melendez. Please work with me here. I said work with me. Honestly, I'm secretly hoping for Black Fixer as the Dawn. Simply because its death throws are relatively not that bad. I just need to send a bunch of agents to whatever cells are in the area. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky this time and get Black Fixer, and it'll help this be the run. Or alternatively, if Red Fixer spawned in the same place again, or spawned in the other side to disciplinary, at least I know now what to do. Wait until it gets to the elevator, then apply red shields and attack. Well, pseudo-pause with the menu. Okay, yeah, that's what you meant by escape trick. That is perhaps low-key one of the more underutilized tools in my arsenal that I had only realized during being round 1. Even if regular gameplay pausing isn't allowed, having the ability to pause at all can still be valuable. Oh, did they disable that for Price of Silence because Kim Jong-un hates everyone and everything? So is Price of Silence all you meant? Or are there others that punish you like that? Okay, just Price of Silence. Oh, Price of Silence. Booted from Lobotomy Corporation for being too harsh, and then brought back just as harsh. And if this day has shown anything, it's that it is in fact a flaw of mine that I have work poorly under pressure. Do you see a meltdown anywhere? It's possible that the heart of it got eaten. Oh, Mirror of Aspiration. Angel, you take it. Just for shits and giggles. What now? What did that do to you? Huh. Evened out your steps except for temperaments, which you don't really use anyways. And even if you did use it, everyone up here is relatively harmless. Yeah, you still get a high on. Okay, that's not the worst thing. Let's hear it for Zayans. Mirror of adjustment, not aspiration. Whoops. It's supposed to be a cautionary tale about people that weren't satisfied with what they had the first time and so kept looking in the mirror, but people don't use it like that. It's starting to feel like a miracle that I even made it past the dawn last time. I'm getting better and better at rushing through these initial portions because I've just done it so many times. We may not even lose that much time. Okay, that's it. Time to start getting the death balls together again. Now, with 30% more knowledge. As soon as Punishing Bird feels like going back. Oh my god, we haven't. This is perhaps my biggest flaw. If I get rattled by something, it completely destroys my focus. And my focus ain't all that great shakes in the first place. For various reasons. That's why, whenever I start getting stressed out, I need to recenter myself. Or we end up with Guacamelee 2. And that's another thing I would really rather avoid if I could at all help it. May as well send Architecture on their way right now. Since they have a long walk. I said send Architecture on up. Hello. anything but a white fixer. Please, for the love of Iron. Okay, I think that's the last of the architecture. No, not yet. The architecture crew is a lot slower because they haven't done, like, any justice training at all. Justice is too expensive to invest law points into. Is that everyone? That's everyone. Okay, then just like last time, we're gonna have an architecture person go to Punishing Bird to kick things off, and then we finally get past this Forsaken Dawn. Everyone keep their eyes peeled. Did you see them at all before I paused? They might have just been in an elevator. Up! I saw them. It's White Fixer in the upper corner of Control. Definitely could have been worse. So White Shield Bullet, the kill team, and then after that, I guess just hope for the best. And in fact, I think she's heading right towards them. Because now she's over here. Do I wait for her to go get them or attack? Oh no, they're heading towards safety instead. Where are you? Oh, you're back upstairs. Okay, that's actually perfect. Let's try to slaughter Control clerks when possible. Where'd you go? There you went. People nearly killed themselves with reflection damage because everyone moves at wildly different speeds. That's the laser. Okay, by some miracle no one's panicking, but a lot of people have super low SP now. Okay, pause. What do you think I should do? Because if we try the giant death ball again, someone's gonna panic for sure. Maybe several people. Oh god, they're moving downstairs. It may be wise to use one of the other kill teams. I might fire some SP bullets anyways, but we'll see what White Fixer does. If she stays up here or goes downstairs. He's downstairs. Gonna need execution a lot of clerks. And then depending on where she goes, it might require another kill team to engage her. And now it's going to be welfare in a second here, because she's moving that way instead. You know what? Unless she... I might just let her wander close enough. See if I can't do the elevator trick. I might wipe out welfare while I'm doing this, just to be safe. And maybe part of... Do you think I should wipe out part of records too? I'm almost out of bullets. Like, I think I'm down to like... Okay. Okay. I'm going to wait till she gets roughabouts here and then attack. Do you have any objections to that? Is that yeah, you have an objection, or yeah, go ahead? Okay. White bullets on at the ready. They need to be very careful with this. Oh my god, people survived that. Okay. He's, this might be the best time to do this. Wrong direction! That's the arc. So it actually didn't matter. Okay, the two grinder people are now panicking. What do? They think they might be suicide ones, yeah. Losing two agents early on is not great. I could send Amelia to suppress both of them. See if I can save them. Yeah, Amelia. Well, I don't know who else has white weapons at it. Lesihan. Oh, you're saying yes. Although I might send Lesihan there too. Come on. Where's welfare? That is not what I meant to do. Okay, Max, I think, was one of the... You were the Mark II. And who was Vasquez, then? Oh, Dia's panicking too? Where the hell is Dia? Acacia, I think that's one of the... Okay. Since we're paused anyways, may as well just send Amelia over. She's close. I didn't actually mean to pause. Are they a wanderer? Okay, who else is in this half that has that kind of weapon? You have Spore, so you might actually be able to help. Anyone else? I seriously thought you had something else. That screwed things up a bit. And I think Acacia's one of the architecture people. No, they're in record. That's not great. What do you mean by caused catches? Okay, you ran into a hallway. That is the best place you could have run. Oh god, now Nox is panicking again. No. Too many people are panicking. This isn't salvageable anymore. We've been at this for 2 hours and technically haven't even crossed the dawn. Is this just a cursed run? Is this saying I just don't get to get? Is this me just being barred from moving past here? Okay, White Fixer died. If we didn't have the panic, no, that's just kind of it though. Okay, the main problem is that for the area full of hob newbies, they just do not have the temperaments to keep up. They just don't. And that's definitely something we need to consider when doing these things. This is starting to become a problem, though, because if we go any later without even seeing Bina, we won't be able to beat her, because there just won't be any more time. Unless I wanted to just grind away here until midnight, which admittedly is kind of tempting. I guess the other issue, and the reason I had been somewhat leery of the Death Ball idea before now, is precisely this, the wanting to avoid people running into an agent that they're weak to. My Fixer Death squads have issues, like if White Fixer appears, but this also has issues. 49 sucks. Like, just plain, straight up sucks. It always comes back to the arc laser. That's the one that's just gonna, like, up yours. You don't get to do anything. Please. I just need one run. One run where I could make it to Bina. Need to find my center of calm before I actually just flip my shit. This actually reminds me of Artemis Fowl, and this one time when one of the villains was trying to do a mantra to calm herself down, but she ended the mantra with, "By the way, tell me where my enemies are so I can feed them their own organs." Maybe we need something to talk about. Something to take my mind off the game that's happening in front of me. Was there anything else in particular about Limbus that was left to discuss? If nothing else, I guess we could always discuss the Walpurgisnacht story. Oh yeah, Rain Song. Otherwise known as, me saying, you know what, I think I'm fine with not joining, the Index ever. Because, presuming that Rain Sang and the real Rain are largely similar, then that means that Rain just casually keeps a bunch of people in his basement because the Priss Creep told him to. And I suppose if I had to sum up what the deal with that was, it's that it's indication of just how very empty inside that Rain is, because the other Index member that was all tied up, kept asking why he's not bothered about what happened to his family, and he just cannot bring himself to care. Meltdown where? Luminous bracelet. Put it on and take it right off. Alright, and now I just noticed that we've never had a Dawn that hasn't been first. Are they just rigged to appear in the same places from now on? Or has that just been our luck? Because they can appear third. We haven't had an early noon, at least. I don't doubt that the Index don't have powerful members. I mean, it sounds like that. Uh, it sounds like Index is good in Ruina, and the Index IDs have certainly been decent in Limbus so far, considering when they've appeared. But as far as an organization as it exists in story, they're just horrifying. The fact that you could be made to do any number of irrational or even harmful things to yourself or other people, and you have to do it, otherwise you die, is just kind of like... People willingly choose to do this. They decide to do that for yourself. I almost forgot about Hod, or Queen of Hatred again. Let's do that before I do any more works. I keep thinking about the Uptie story for Faust, Index Faust, where she is commanded to rip out her own vocal cords, and when the dude asks, how are you still talking without vocal cords? Faust is basically just, oh, I have my ways. Or maybe she didn't physically rip out her vocal cords, and found some way to fulfill the prescript without having to physically rip out her vocal cords. Who knows? It's Faust we're talking about. When it comes to disadvantages about Kinky, One I've seen discussed is the fact that the cover needs to be maintained even at the cost of your life. Yeah, you have to keep your identity a secret. Plus, we don't know how the heck they're recruited, and that's actually kind of concerning. Because it's kind of like, at the end of Kanto 9, it's revealed that, I think this had 2 hot newbies, maybe. Do they? Delilah's not a hot newbie. They don't have the best stats for the endgame, but they're not a newbie. I just need to make a quick look at who all of these movies are and act accordingly. Because it's going to be time for Dawn Round 3. Please, oh please God, let it work this time. Delilah has been around for a few days. They went to safety for reasons I currently cannot remember. No, you were supposed to go in the elevator. If the noon is guaranteed to appear, no, it can't be. I'm pretty sure KQ says that it is possible for the noons to appear later, so the dawns must be able to move too. Could be that we're just getting absurdly unlucky on that front. Oh yeah, another reason that the hot newbies are kind of a drag, because they're also the ones most likely to have key level armor, just because we didn't have anything better to outfit them with. Ah yes, the one and only glasses raccoon. Are you saying I should take Grinder off Max? Because honestly, that should maybe be a good idea the next time we well, the thing is, Max is fixer kill mode, not super death ball mode is the thing. There's 2 of them here because Central Command needed extra replacement. I think Max was originally here to work on dead butterflies. Honestly, it probably is in our best interest to keep newbies out of the action. Just because we need them as warm bodies to sacrifice when it comes time for Dina. Okay, I think that's all the newbies, so everyone else form up. A loose agent anywhere that we need to be concerned about? Doesn't look like it. Okay, Dawn for the third time. I usually use a hard newbie to wake them up, but that's not an option right now. I guess currents will do, unless there's someone better I can think of. Hussein, maybe. Oh. Oh, that's currents anyway. It's, hang on. Black Fixer. Disciplinary. Okay, that's actually not the worst thing. Where'd they go? There they went. Melendez. Gabriella. Georgia. And I think we can safely just ignore everyone else. Or we can just ignore Luminous Bracelet. Or I guess I can have Max pick it up. Just for a second. Okay, we finally did it. We finally got through one of these forsaken... Well, disciplinary extraction and this area. This is where all the red weapons are, which is what the Black Fixer is weak to. Oh, and so little clerks died that Mountain of Smiling Bodies isn't even angry. Okay, this might be the run. Everyone get back to your departments. So we can get everyone back to their original positions. Oh god, please no. There's gonna be Limbus only people that are like, what are these fixers based off of? And then Lobcore people like me are gonna be, I'll tell you what, our worst nightmares. If you feel like being a little more generous, could you have a late noon, please and thank you? Okay, since it's so thoroughly decimated anyways, we may as well finish off disciplinary. But who after that? Maybe control. And then for the penultimate before Bina, we just wipe out all clerks. I feel like this is the number one reason that no matter how much you get screwed over, you need to keep calm and not let your temper get the better of you. Who the hell is left in control? Oh, that guy. I've also been replaying Pokemon Sword, and I actually have some thoughts about it. Very specifically about the fact that I feel like the rival characters are better than people give them credit for, and that at least I see what they were doing with the rival characters. The one you usually see critiqued a lot is Hop, who admittedly does not have the most memorable design. He looks way too similar to Hao from the last game. But Hao actually has a very interesting example of a subtle environmental storytelling. In that, when the game starts out, it's clear that Hao really admires his brother because his brother is Leon, the unbeatable champion. But then it becomes clear that, unfortunately, as is the case when you live with a very famous relative, it's been starting to get to him a little. And it's what I mean about environmental storytelling, because if you actually go to Hao's house, or no, not Hao. Hao is the one from Sun and Moon. Hop. Hop is the rival from Sword and Shield. Why'd they have to make the names so similar? That does this character no favors. Ow. But yeah, if you go to Hop's house early on, you'll see that his wall is covered with all the achievements that that Leon has made, and that I remember there's nothing for Hop. So either Hop hasn't done anything noteworthy enough to go on the wall, or he's low-key kind of neglected by his family because Leon is so great. And Hop battles you as kind of a friendly rival kind of thing, but then he gets stomped by the other rival of the game, Bade, and that is what just completely shakes up Hop's confidence, and it's just kind of like basically kicks off his arc for the rest of the game. Marnie's cute, and has a charming storyline, but it kind of feels like she counts the least as a rival because how to describe Marnie? Maybe we'll get back to her because I wanted to talk about Babe next. It kind of feels like Bade is a bit of a rehash of a second attempt at doing Silver, actually. Because Bade does a similar thing where it's kind of like, I'm the best and my losses are never my fault. But at least this time, Bade has a clear reason to have kind of that kind of attitude. Because Bade was chosen by the chairman of the entire region. And the chairman personally trained him to be a great Pokemon trainer. So at least with Bade, it feels like, oh, it makes more sense why he would be obnoxious. The thing about Bade is that the way his storyline ultimately develops definitely could have been done better. Because the idea was good, it just wasn't executed quite right. Because Bade's secondary mission is to collect wishing stars for Chairman Rose. And unfortunately, because Bade is so full of himself and so determined to impress Rose, what Bade ends up doing is destroying an ancient Muriel that's in the region. And because it's a sacred Muriel, Bade basically just gets immediately kicked out of the league. And it's like, okay, he has clear consequences for his actions. That's interesting. The issue is that it feels like it happens a smidge too soon. Like, it should have happened a gym or two later. Yeah, Stowe on the side, where it's either fighting or ghost. Anyways, I have no objections with the idea of Bade being picked up by Opal and being given what's basically a better figure to learn from, as eccentric as Opal is. I just feel like they could have extended the storyline a little more. Which leads us to Marnie. And while Hop is officially the one that's designated the friendly rival, I feel like he develops a story arc about wanting to be better than you for his own reasons. so he doesn't stay 100% friendly. But Marnie more or less stays 100% friendly the whole time. And that's because her motives are not directly tied to the trainer. Marnie does what she does to try and get prestige to her hometown, and that's certainly admirable. But it also means she doesn't have much of a reason, quote unquote, to be invested in the protagonist's journey. Okay, time to go looking for meltdown cells. Oh my god. Did it actually happen? Is this actually a good run? Weird. I wonder if that's on purpose. Question. Do you want to keep Central Command clerks on the off chance that it could help us with Bina? Or is it just like zero risks all in? Because there's no Noon, so no Noon to kill them. Records. Records still has them. Right. I'm actually running kind of low on bullets here, because I lost bullet counts thanks to wiping out welfare. Oh, you ass. You know what? I should also probably start prepping backwards clock. Get it up to... It's 4, and then the next work turns it on, right? So 5 works total. Yep, not as much. Okay, this is it. The final attempt of the night. Either we beat it here, or we're forced to kick it out to a third week. So we need to make absolute sure that everything is perfect. And maybe not perfect, but as close to as possible. I don't think we're gonna get another attempt as perfect as this. Beating Dawn with minimal casualties. No, you know what? Even though it's gonna hurt, I think I am gonna wipe out Central Command. Because we did lose agents to the Black Fixer, or we did lose clerks to the Black Fixer. So that cuts down on our wiggle room. I think it might have been like 2 or 3, but it still hurts. Okay. Damn it. Okay, have another chance. I didn't quite score it. If I hadn't lost any clerks to the Dawn, I might have considered keeping Central Command alive, but Black Fixer did do some damage, and it's kind of like, again, I want to avoid having to redo this. I want it to end now. Still? Oh, before I forget, I should probably have Emilia do Night of Despair now. Okay. 0 clerks left in the building. It's gonna be time to start doing works to push things along up until we get close to the end, at which point we need to start grouping everyone up how we want them to. Now I don't even remember what I was talking about, because we've basically reached the a moment of the evening. Marnie. I like Marnie, but there is something to be said about may as well preposition Amelia. I like Marnie, but she's definitely the least rivalry of the rivals. And her brother being the first dark type gym leader of the entire region was kind of a neat surprise, as well as the fact that they further kind of distinguished him by having him deliberately not having him opt out of the region gimmick on purpose. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. When we get close enough to meltdowns where there's only one left, I'm going to use the restroom, and then I'm going to start prepping for Bina. So, be right back. Okay. First and foremost, kill squad members. I forget what you wanted me to do with Jose. Need to pull that up real quick. Okay, Jose is the censored backup. And then someone from architecture is going to fill in for him. Just grab any random person from architecture. Okay, we have 5 people from architecture that can fill in. We need to use them very carefully. Well, it's closer to 3 now because Galina's guaranteed to have to do Apocalypse for duty. Okay, second verse, or same as the first. Anyone that's part of the kill squad will be moved down here so we know where they are. And otherwise, they are, before we find out where to actually move them for being. Okay, first official member. Mary, because of black. Or you know what? We didn't actually need someone from architecture. We have one of the hot newbies specifically for that purpose. Or, no, wait, we still need them. Because Mary's leaving. Never mind. I really need to get my shit together. Okay, first official member of the kill squad, Mary. Has lamp, will boost any black damage in the death ball. Second official member, Misona, because da capo. She can be replaced here easy enough. What I wouldn't give to be able to pause while doing all this. Third official member, Lamarcus, cause smile. Also can be replaced easily enough. Not the life of an agent, basically their position here in the department. There's a hot newbie to replace one person in every department. Third one. Tatiana Greenstem. Joy can go down there because no white weakness. You'll need to explain more carefully what you mean by that. If you couldn't tell, I'm more than a little frazzled from everything that's happened. Okay, I already sent Amelia from this group, so it's fine over here. I wish I had someone better than Bella to send for this area, but we're kind of stretched thin a bit. It's just gonna have to do. Oh, well, if I wanted to, I could send to London. Yeah. I'll send London on up. Oh, as for down here. Kind of hurts to... Should I send London to the kill team because of Sound of Star? Or stay here to deal with Queen Bee if needed? And we've hit our first dilemma for this. I'll move over here in the meantime. Delaney is definitely part of the kill team. And Extraction are sort of on the kill team. Oh, that reminds me. Central Command, I haven't done them yet. Rose is going over because of Exave. Lesihan can handle Blue Star no problem. I just need someone to take place of Yin. Anyone with black armor over here? Really? No one? Everyone's weak to black over here. What the hell? Oh, yeah. Oh, right, and Pansy needs to head on over there too because of Justita. So that's 2 people from Central Command that are part of the kill team. And to replace you... I would say Burrowing Heaven should hopefully be not too much of a threat, even with the black weakness. It's not great that that's what we're relying on for this, but... we need Bina to die. Okay, this is the point where having replacement agents for, where we'll probably use up the most replacement agents. Although that could in itself be tricky. Because Gabrielle is part of it. No two bones about it. And you'll be replaced by Galena for Judgment Bird. The real issue is finding easy replacements for, I suppose Summer could do Snow White's apple. No, wait, Summer has an Aleph. That's his high, not very high. May have no choice but to deal with it. Because I want as much damage on this team as possible. Every Aleph except the second Sound of Star and maybe second Smile need to be down there. Both the Censored Cloud wielders are over here to take care of, well, Censored. Although I guess that maybe that's what you meant. That Censored's also not participating. Okay. Right, and you have the other mimicry. So the majority of architecture seems like it's gonna go up here. Although, again, the problem is that they don't have the best armor. Heat weapons might just have to do it, because we don't have anything better. Unless we want to send someone else as a replacement to deal with the prince. Well, I'll send one person up there for the bracelet, bare minimum. Well, they're not going to be part of the fighting, so that doesn't actually matter that much. There's a shit ton of people here. I could maybe spare one of them. Kennelly, maybe. To try and go over and, to deal with Prince. Yeah, that might be the best move. Okay. Any other alterations to the kill team or anything that you can think of? No more topics. Not until we kill Bina. So, explain to me, like I'm 5, how to best arrange anyone. Oh, the kill team. I've gathered that. Where should they go instead is the question. I am understanding you. Okay, then you two go over here for now. So if I'm understanding you correctly, Gabriella would be here, for example, and then one other Alpha Striker would be here. Or maybe at the top of Disciplinary. Okay, Lamarcus. No, not Lamarcus, Tatiana. I consider Tatiana the other super alpha striker because Heart of Aspiration. So you're saying that the Alpha Strike team is actually 3 people. These 3 could go get Bina at first, and then everyone else goes in after. No? It's a bit late for doubts on that. Even if Emilia dies, she has Sound of Star on, which isn't like the best DPS. As long as everyone else piles in on her after, as cold as that sounds. The last thing I need clarification on is about the corridor teams. Is it like 2 teams in each corridor? Like half here and half here? Okay, so everyone else stays in the lower corridor. I'm gonna have Lamarcus be part of the initial strike team to help slow down Bina. Or at least the strike team that's most likely to hit Bina. Since we have so much black damage, Mary also be part of the strike squad. Okay. Absolutely anything else that concerns us at this point. We only get one shot at this. Take deep breaths. Send someone to work on Bird. And then pause. Destiny. Don't know who that is. Okay, what have we got? Two Binas in extraction and one regular because this game hates us. I just realized with Delaney part of the kill team, I can't think of anyone that could max him maybe. Oh, they were the hot newbie. They were the hot newbie of this region. Okay. I would say Maxim's the most likely to survive. Has a ton of health. Not the best temperaments, but I don't think they're gonna die. Okay, before we unpause, or before we do anything else, so even SP damage counts for that. Good to know. Big and will be bad wolf can be Adam. Likewise has enough HP to survive it, even with some damage already clocked. Oh, you want Emma to do it instead? Ah. Ah, one of the 4 meltdowns is here, so Galena's gonna have to grin and bear it. And in fact, I should probably heal up Galena so she doesn't die from the work. Take every little precaution. Okay, who did I call here for Little Prince? Kennelly. I called for Little Prince. Kennelly from Records. Ooh, common? Is that... Oh, attachment is higher. Alright, I'll take attachment then. Yang. We have to remember to put that back immediately, which might be hard with all the chaos that's happening. Blue Star? That's Lysihan. Easy. Not even damaged. queen bee. That's one of the ones I was afraid of. Okay. Jose, you handled censored. Oof. May need to put something there too. Letitia can be this guy. London, I'm going to need you to lock the fuck in for Queen Bee. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Because I honestly don't trust anyone else to be able to work it. Unless we wanted to send Solemn Lament Bella here. No, Bella might be the better option because she's closer. Yeah, Bella might be better. Funeral can just be whoever's closest, which is Parker. We had 2 more regular meltdowns, didn't we? Okay, one of them shrimp. We might be able to just ignore that, but I'll take it just in case. Theresia. Another one we need to remember to turn off in the middle of everything else. Today, Shylock. That's fine. That's whatever. Should I heal Rin because of black damage, or do you think they survive that? Okay. 1 bullet each. I don't have that many to spare, so you should be grateful. Okay, Paday is whatever. Knight of Despair is whatever. You must be happy. Ugh, why did it have to be all the ones that need to be stopped manually? I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's all the meltdowns. I thought there were supposed to be 4 regular ones, but I guess it got eaten at some point. No, one more thing about backwards clock. Do we use it now, or do we only use it once the rest of the kill team goes in? Okay, So it's up to me to try and get the timing of this. I need to have Amelia go in, have the rest of the kill team go in, although that might be tricky. And in fact, to not get things confused, I think I might cancel the move orders they have. Keep them here to not get confused. It's a smidge of a walk, but I really need to make sure I don't mix up the kill team with everyone else. Okay, so Emilia attacks, and then I kind of I may have no choice but to be content with as much of the kill team as I can manage when I do basically this to have everyone else just descend. Because I really, really don't want to grab these people. Okay, so what's... I need to... Okay, so them right now. Cool. Okay, so... So, she goes in, Bina attacks, Emilia attacks, I send in the rest of the kill team, I send in backwards clock, I set up backwards clock, or send in Emilia, send in the rest of the kill team, cancel these problematic ones, backwards clock. That's really all I can think of. In fact, I might pre-select them just to be ready for it. Go. Third phase. I think a bunch of the kill team have been thrown into a panic. But okay. That's not great early on. One of the pillars is on Judgment Bird and he's currently recovering. That's not ideal. Okay, what else? King of Greed. That's what Emma's for. Or that's what Bella's for. Flesh Idol, Letitia. And then all of these up here. Yeah. We lost a couple of people. Some two people of the kill squad. No, a ton of people died. It must not have been enough. We didn't get backwards clock, just didn't strike in time. Okay. I am not ready to give up on this yet. We still have some of the best fighters here. And I can throw in more of, we can throw in these guys too once they're done. Diffraction and what Maxim has are gonna help. What does Maxim have? Hornet. Not the best, but it's something. Okay, Galena needs health. What? Oh, she's panicking. Okay, if she can fight, then that's what matters. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do the pillar run. I'm going to keep on the pressure. And then what happens next depends on where she goes. If Bina goes upstairs, then that just might be a lost cause. But if she goes downstairs, I'll call off the kill team and summon the rabbits. See if the rabbits can't finish her off. I hate having to rely on luck like this, but it's all we can do at this point. Okay, even with the black weakness, it's just gonna have to be you. You just need to survive it long enough to end this. Bella, you're gonna need some healing too. You're the only one with a high rating for that, actually. London, pray to the flesh idol we get out of this mess somehow. Meanwhile, Rin lost their face. Because that's just kind of where we are right now. Well, the good news is that none of the people that none of the people who are working cells got actually hit, it looks like. Never mind, one of them did. But I can just send up Everett. It's not like the delay's gonna matter that much because of the bird, because of Punishing Bird. Oh, Corinne, so you need healing bad. It's just a test, but I am not taking any chances. Is that all the meltdown of pillars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's all of them. It was even still part of the kill squad at this point. I wanted HP bullets too, just in case. This is gonna be my last bullet. Okay. As soon as... That was a red booster too. As soon as Maxim comes out of the cell, they're joining in on the kill effort along with Adam. Don't know if the damage can... if it can make up the damage, but it's gonna have to. Yeah, at this point she has to. Okay, this is zoomed in enough to still have Burrowing Heaven. This is still zoomed in enough to see Burrowing Heaven, but zoomed out enough so I can know when Judgment Bird attacks. I feel like at this point we just need to unpause. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Shit, they can't actually reach her. I am not giving up on this. Not until the bitter end. What's one more pause? I swear I hit her with one, but I guess what does it matter at this point? The good news is that this will allow everyone to catch up. Oh, Rin is already doing some minor work. I am not giving up on this until every last agent is... Okay, get out. Now might actually be a good time for you to do it. That might give us a lot of healing that we could make use of. Yang again, that's obnoxious. Uh-oh, someone needs to work on Little Prince before that goes awry. Is Kennelly still out and about? She is. She's gonna have to move. You know what makes this as problematic as it is? The fact that Dina doesn't stop moving like the other phases. Hmm. Paday's one of them. Okay, I'm gonna have Everett go up there. Everyone else retreat. I might use rabbits on the... No, not there. I might use rabbits on the bird. Okay. Do we, at this point, have all the meltdown pillars? That's gonna be crucial. Oh, Snow Queen. Uh-oh. I think... It's saying Ashley is dead, but she's not actually. Well... I may need to sack Xavier. Because I don't know if anyone else is close enough to attend to them. Oh, no, wait. You might. The reason I am not giving up is because as she's traveling, the kill team is slowly getting bigger. This might still happen, simply because she's running into more and more people. I don't want to do this again. Simple as that. When he's dead. That seems like most of the facility, basically. In fact, almost half. But it's over. Okay, 15 dead and 10 panicked, that's why. Well, ye brave survivors, onward into the finale. As for the ones that died, you will be commemorated. Thank you all for your sacrifices. So, you've met your reflections, the pieces of the mirror. Speaking of Bina, she's smudged out on this picture. They must have tried to stop you because their own tomorrows are not on the horizons. But you gave up the path to stay in those yesterdays with them. And now we finally meet here today. You must have realized that as well, seeing as you have made it to this point without hesitation. I had known for a very long time that we all lost our hearts. I knew, and I didn't do anything about it. I'm sure many others were the same way. That's what makes Carmen different from us. Instead of turning away, she wanted to save them and guide their souls back. She was the one who made the noble decision to dedicate herself to save humanity. Yet I, who held no such ambitions, had to continue her legacy. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe I was not the right man for the job. As you can see, we've become just like the other wings, committing atrocities just like them. The employees here have repeated hundreds upon thousands of deaths. My friends were robbed of their lives and trapped in this cycle of agony. All the while I just sat and watched, justifying it all as the means to realize her ideal. This sin shall never be forgiven. Nonetheless, we must finish this. If these wrongdoings can finally cut this vicious cycle once and for all, I will gladly take this burden up upon myself. Our mission is to simply seed the people's hearts. Every single person has their own light. In the light, they create their own stories and lay down the roots of their existence in it. We are merely there to sow the seeds. It is up to the people to bloom it in their own ways. What about us, you ask? Unfortunately, we won't be able to see what kind of forest will grow. Besides, we still have one last thing to do. It is something we have done countless times. It is time to manage the abnormalities. You'll make it. I know you will. Come now. This will be our final day at work as the manager. Okay, what was the exact damage of all that nonsense? Oof, disciplinary got almost completely wiped out. Only Gabriella and Ara are left. Lower Central Command is mostly untouched, but upper got wrecked, including Pansy. Oof. Only Basil and Dia are left there. Information got wrecked too. Safety got wrecked. Training and control got more or less untouched. They lost their hard movies, but that was about it. No. One of the regulars here was lost. Mary's gone too. Well, there's really nothing for it. Over the next week, I'm going to fill all these spaces to have at least one person per cell. And next time on the left side of reality, we end it. Simple as that. All the losses, all the stress, all the heartache it took to get here, we're finally gonna bring it to a close. Galena survived. Of course Galena survived. She's the main character. She's the only one with a theme song. Only 1,500? Oh man. Rest in peace to all the brave agents that had to lay down their lives to get here.